Change that reminder.
I'm going right now. See if it goes here.
Of course, my computer's updating.
Oh yeah, it's all good updates. Guys, if
It
you can
always
see
shows
us
in the
talking
window.
right now, I'm sorry, but we're trying to figure all this out. Right now, it's not showing anything on my end, so I don't think you're seeing this, but it is on one screen over here. It's showing that we do have a stream going. So just bear with us for just a few seconds here.
Trying to get the computer on so I can communicate with you guys on there and be on my phone. I guess I could probably go in and get Zoom on my laptop and see how it does on there. I guess I could probably go in and get Zoom on my laptop and see how it does on there. I guess I could probably go in and
So it does have a
get
little
Zoom
bit of
on my
delay. You hear the
laptop.
delay?
Yeah, I heard it. I heard that twice. Is that what I was hearing? The delay?
Yeah, it was delay. So I've got my chat open on the other side over here. Top chat. Capture moment as they happen. Okay.
No.
I need to adjust some settings on my Cam Ray real quick.
Do it up, man. This is kind of the test run here.
Yeah, dry run. I'm hoping that everything works out. It looks like it's going to work pretty good from what I'm looking at, though. I mean, it's a delay, but I don't know how big of a delay. I'm going to guess probably like a 10, 12-second delay.
Yeah, because it seemed like whenever I finished my sentence is when I actually started hearing it.
Exactly. Let's see.
So I mean that's not terrible because if we say something and we're talking and we finish talking and then somebody else already has an idea, then they can come back in and while they type as they type
Yeah.
it out, it should give us enough time to.
Yeah, it sucks that it's got that we're showing Zoom. Like on here, it shows, and in the bottom right hand corner, it's showing like Zoom. Um, I wish there was a way I could figure out how to change that. But everything's playing fine. And it's kind of weird because, like I said, my internet connection is very, very horrible. If you're in here, can you please type in the chat? Let us know if everything's coming through okay, if the video is decent. Maybe we can get it. I'm showing two people here.
I know it's at least maybe you, but I ain't in there yet, so we at least got one person that's watching.
Yeah.
Depending on how it counts, I don't know if it's going to count through creator to be in there or not.
I don't know if that counts or not. I really don't.
And we'll have to every video we'll have to kind of make
Um,
it where they know that AT Higdon 90 is me.
It says your name. It
Is
says
what?
Adam Hagan on the bottom. Yeah. On here, it's showing you
Oh,
and it has your name tag directly below it, just like mine has my name tag below it as well. So
yeah, I see. Okay,
good.
but I was meaning like in the chat when they. I mean, I assume they're going to make the connection, but
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Chat. Let me see if I can't get some people over here real quick to see if the video is decent.
you could probably put in a with the time being up here. You probably got a lot of people from up here that are going to be getting on their phones for the night.
Let me,
Oh my god! Setting up my device,
typical Windows stuff.
dude. Yeah, let's continue setting up your device. Like, why are we doing this?
No.
Like, did my computer just decide to reformat and I lost every tune that's in this motherfucker? What the hell?
Mm-hmm. Let me see if Gillum's at the house. Somebody may have even said something now. Bear with us for a second, guys. We're going to try to figure this out. First rodeo. So, you know how that goes.
Yeah, and here I am having to verify who I am to Microsoft.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what blood type I was or some shit.
I don't know, but it's saying I've got an excellent connection, so I'm hoping that's good.
Lies.
That's what I'm thinking right now. You're lying to me. Nobody's answering. Nobody.
Like, why are these guys on mute?
Here in a second, we're going to talk about what we got planned for this upcoming season for the cars. I'm still waiting on some parts, but we do have a dry shaft should be here. I think he said Wednesday. So if that thing shows up, I'll be popping it in here and we should be ready to go racing before long. Got to tighten up the converter still in the car. I had to order some washers because I like using the nice ARP washers rather than the cheap stuff. So once all that stuff gets here, I'll button that back up. And when I hit the lottery with the Dogecoin, I'll buy me an intercooler. Hey,
Yeah.
Doge, it's going crazy, man. It's straight like 41 cents is the last thing I checked. It may be plummeting by now. I don't know.
It probably is. It didn't quite go low enough for me to buy more.
I've been buying a little bit every single week. I bought quite a bit there off the rip, and then I bought it got down to like 28 cents, and I bought some more. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to buy more. I was waiting for it to go back in like the teens, and I didn't. Yeah.
Well, this just here in like the last week, it was like flirting around 30 cents. I was waiting for it to drop down there again, and I was going to buy some more. Didn't get quite to the goal I wanted it to. Didn't feel safe doing it, I guess, because I was just crossing my fingers it was going to go in the teens. Did you buy it?
As much as I would love to see that go in the teens, I also want to see it grow because I've got a decent amount in it. I just want it to hit $1. That's really all I want. I don't think it'll do much more than $1 anyways, but if it does, it's going to be freaking awesome if it does go over $1.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
Can you guys hear us? We've got 5 people on, so it's saying. I want to know if anything's there. 3 people.
All right, I'm just going to have to do a little test run and trust that I don't have boogers hanging out of my mouth or my mouth. Jesus Christ, my nose or something. Because I can't. My laptop's asking me for my credit card and shit, so I don't know what happened over there.
What in the world, dude?
Yeah, can you see that? I don't know why.
Bueller, anyone there? Someone let us know they're there so we can see if this thing is going or not going. Move on. I've got to freaking get some stuff out about the Cobra stuff that we're going to be doing on Friday. Start telling people who's going to be in it. I think they're all going to be pretty surprised at who we've got coming in to speak. Should be really, really good.
Okay.
I've got a whole big list of things that we're going to talk about. I'm kind of just going to be a referee, kind of keep everybody going on subject and changing subjects, things like that. Let them do all the answering the questions. So should be interesting.
All right. I gotta figure this out.
Figure it out. Hey, there's some more. Who we got in the house, boys, girls? Okay. Let us know you're here. Type in chat. Maybe I can't see chat. Maybe they are typing and I just ain't seeing it.
You on top chat or are you on live chat?
I'm on live chat. Showing over here, it should be. Let me type something.
Did I come through?
Copy. Yep.
Yeah, I see you.
Okay, we got a little bit. Got a little bit of delay on that too, so be interesting.
Yeah, when I came in here, all you have to do is just pause the video. I cannot see me on your screen though.
Well, you can't see you on my screen right now. There we go. I was looking at something, so it was not letting you be shared as well, but you were just showing yours anyways. Now you're not up there again. I guess you must have went off your thing there.
Okay, so when I'm on YouTube chat, it takes away
Yeah.
the camera turns off.
Yeah. Your phone camera comes off every time you go to anything else.
Okay, so what I'll need to do is uh figure out what's going on with my laptop.
So what do you got planned for the winter, or for not the winter? Winter's over, but what do you got planned for this race season? Anything?
Oh, not a lot, man, to be honest with you. Everything kind of went on the back burner for a little bit. Did some work to the daily drivers. So a little bit of money went to them, but I bought
Okay.
a couple things for the G8 and a couple things for the Camaro. I'm going to try and get the Camaro just running for this year because, like I said before we went live, um, the things that I want to do to it are far too in depth to do in my two-car garage, especially with the G8 in there. And I'm not the type to just let the G8 sit outside. So we need to build a garage first before we really get into that. And as far as the G8 goes,
Yeah, you definitely need a garage. You need to get that going.
yeah, it's a mess in there, especially now with the mower. But yeah, gonna hit up a couple races. I know we're gonna hit up a couple together. One in Indy there and at SCT at the end of July.
Yeah, July 22nd or 24th, we'll both be there at Streetcar Takeover Indy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still going to try and go to NMRA St. Louis, which is in 2 weekends. We'll see if that happens. I'm trying to get everything done for that. And
Right.
then you're going to come down for Bowling Green too, right? NMRA or
I'm thinking so. Yeah. I mean, with this, how far is with it being so far out and one of the I mean, it's how many months out? We're talking five, six
first weekend
months.
in October.
Yeah, so that's 10. That's 5 months away.
I know that Toby and him, all of them are going. He's bringing a camper down. I said something to him about going to Streetcar Takeover as well. I don't know if he'll go or not, but I did invite him. If
Cool.
you guys are going to Streetcar Takeover, hit us up. We'll be there. Do you ever figure
Yeah.
out which class you're going to try to run? I know
Uh,
they got a streetcar class, and I think they break that up somehow. And then they've got the bracket class or index class, I guess is what it is. They've got like a 9.0 or a 10.0 and 11.0 and a 12.0. So I didn't know what you was going to try to run.
what are you gonna run?
I'm probably going to have to run a streetcar class. It's the only class that's really offered for me. It's a 25-mile drive, which ain't a big deal. But I just know that all the streetcar takeover stuff has gotten so ridiculously fast. I mean, I'm not even going to be competitive. Even in the slow cat class, I mean, I'm going to have to run like mid eights, low eights, something like that to really, give them anything. But we'll
Yeah,
see.
it's gotten. You just about got to have a 7 second car.
Almost a 6 second car. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous what's
750.
going on. Which I know that Brian Crane and all them went and ran this past weekend, the one with the Cobra, stick shift Cobra car.
Mm-hmm.
He went this past weekend and they went up to, I believe it was Bristol. And it was pretty neat. He's had a hard time. I think he red lit or something. So
Yeah,
I think somebody grenaded a transmission that was with him as well. I don't know who that was, but I seen him sharing it on Instagram.
that'd be worth the shit.
Guys, if you're in here, if you don't care, let us know if you can hear us well, see the video well. Type it in the chat so we can know that everything is okay. We're trying to make sure everything's going to be good for the Cobra stuff that's going to be going on Friday. I've got some people coming in and I want to try to make sure everything is legit, ready to go, make sure the video quality is good enough, make sure everything's keeping up, all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So are you going to stay NA with the G8 or are you going to put your LSA on? I know you said something about the LSA the other day.
Yeah, it's awful tempting just to go with an LSA, considering the changes that I'm going to be making to it next winter. If it's going to be, I wanted to build an engine for it this past winter. That didn't happen, and I'm thinking either next winter or next spring, I'll either do a blower or build a motor for it. And if you look at the differences, I would be stock bottom end, and the end goal would be to have an LSA and a 416 or something, or what would Rick run? Rick would run something weird like a 425 or 427 maybe. But anyways, to have a stroker. But if you start looking at the prices of either doing an LSA and the income or the outcome of it, it's going to be a whole lot faster than an NA car. If I go LSA, even right now, I'd tighten up the converter, of course, and then slap a LSA on there, stock bottom end, even without even really having to go crazy with it and spend all the money on all the nice pulleys and high dollar injectors and all that shit. I'd still probably run high nines if I
Oh
changed.
yeah, I think didn't Lex go like low nines on her LSA?
Yeah, she was all pulleyed up and everything though. But I'm talking like I don't even really have to pulley it down or nothing. I could probably do a stock LSA, which I wouldn't do. You know how that would go.
Yeah,
and I'd still run pretty quick.
Yeah, you need to do like a ported Kong or something like that. I think that's what she did. She got hers ported by Kong.
I would take it over to Brent
Brent Langner over Joker's Performance.
Yeah, because I've worked on a couple cars and they said that they went over to, he lives just south of Chicago or something, southwest of Chicago.
Oh, did he? I didn't know where he lived at. Yeah, that's interesting.
And then guys from up here in Fort Wayne would just load their LSA up, take it over to him, and then they'd take the rotor packs out of theirs, slap it in a ported one, and then they could take off home.
Interesting. I've even thought about that with a Whipple. See if he would do that with my Whipple as ported as well. I like him. I think he's a vet as well, so that's pretty nice.
Yeah, he's got it going on. I mean, he's really expanded his business and went from the bottom to the top.
Yeah, I think he's holding pretty well all the records, I believe, most of them at least.
I believe it.
I know Kong holds some stuff, but yeah.
For GMs,
I don't really know how I am. I don't really follow the GM that type.
I know. Well, I don't know. No, I'm not sure. I think Kong does Hellcats and stuff like that.
Yes.
But I can't remember if they've been successful with them because, just scrolling Facebook, you see things and you're like, oh, shit, that's cool.
Yeah. I know Race Proven Motorsports on YouTube. I watch some of their stuff, and I know that they've done some Camaros with just ported stuff, the Z01s, and it runs pretty well. They make good power.
Right. Yeah. That Z01 that I worked on had a Joker's full tilt on it, and he back half. He spun, he pedaled it, and got back in it and ran like 148 mile an hour off the back.
What did Rick run with the LSA? He ran the LSA, didn't
he? G8?
Yeah.
I think he said that it's like a consistent 880 car, and I think it's been as fast as like, I think so. He wasn't running on the bottle that weekend.
He was running a bottle at LS Fest that year because remember he blew the lid on it. So
right, I think the car's been as fast as like 864.
I know,
but he said consistent like 878, 880s. So that might just be consistent on blower only, and then it gets a little hairy with the 50 dry shot or something. I think is what he runs through it.
Yeah, I don't remember what he said. I remember him talking about it though when we was there. Did you ever go to a one-piece dry shaft on that G8 yet? Or are you still running the two-piecer?
I still got the two-piecer on it, man. That carrier bearing here, it's hanging in there. If I hit the track pretty good this year, it might be screaming for mercy.
We'll be looking for a one-piece dry shaft in Indy if anyone wants to bring one, just in case. We'll be looking for one, I guarantee it.
Maybe at that point, depending on the night activities, I might end up buying a nitrous kit on accident, and then we'll really be needing one.
If you've got a nitrous kit and you bring it to LS, I will pay for the nitrous kit to put it on the G8. I will buy the nitrous kit to put on the G8. Just
At
a,
LS Fest or Streetcar Takeover?
oh, streetcar takeover. My bad. Yeah, streetcar takeover.
Okay, well, we'll
Because you're
see.
not going to LS Fest, are you? If you go to
I don't
LS
know.
Fest, you probably won't go to NMRA. So
I'm not sure. And I believe your sister's wedding is the next week after LS Fest.
yeah, you would know better than me. I don't know.
I'd have to look at the
I don't
invitation.
keep up. I don't keep up with dates at all. So
The only reason I know that is because me and Corinne mentioned something about it tonight because we were talking about uh,
yeah,
all the racing and everything we're going to do this year.
interesting. I'd like to come up to Muncie and run one time. Need to figure out when everybody's going running. You know, get a big crowd and go run one place. Be interesting.
It
And another
might
one I
be.
want to do is Midwest Drags. That's something that is definitely on my bucket list. I've got to do that at least once.
Is that the one that's put on by Summit? That's, I mean, it's pretty well just like Ohio, Kentucky,
Yes, yeah.
uh,
It's
maybe
like
Illinois.
the mini drag week for the Midwest.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's all Summit stuff.
not as much driving, less tracks, not as much time off.
Yeah, I think it's just
I think it's 4 days, 3 tracks.
yeah, something like that. I can't remember. I think it's like 2 quarter-mile tracks and 2/8 mile tracks or something like that. And
Yeah.
then just average everything up. It's pretty interesting. I'd like to do it. I really don't want to do drag week. I've thought about it, but I really don't want to do that. Rocky Mountain Race Week would be pretty neat, but then again, you know, we're going to be, you got to take off so much vacation, and I have very limited vacation time, and going out west like that would be probably a 2 week deal at least, I would assume.
Right.
So,
Yeah, you can only have so much vacation time in a year when you're just a couple low lifes like us.
yeah, we're just peasants. We don't make no money.
Yeah, we gotta be able to go to work.
Yeah, got to be able to pay for the stuff we break.
Yeah. We'll see. I feel like it's imminent that something's gonna go in my bottom end, to be entirely honest with you.
I don't think so. I think
I,
you'll be okay. I think if anything, you'll break the dry shaft before you break anything.
yeah, you're worried about that.
That'll go. I don't think you. I think your bottom end will be fine. I don't think you're going to hurt it at all.
Yeah, I mean I run good oils and stuff in it, so and they stay pretty fresh. But
Yeah.
she's got some miles on her. She's got some RPM on her, and I want to go faster. So
So what are you
I guess
trying to go anyways? As far as time, quarter mile, you
I'm,
going to try to go 1090s?
I'd like to see 1090s in a stock bottom end. I'd like to. I'd like to do that.
Yeah. Tell everybody what you got in G8. What's done to it?
G8 stock bottom end 6.0. It's got the LS3 cylinder heads on it that came on the car. Did a pretty mild port on them because whenever the time came for me to do the cam, because I needed to do it, uh, it was still being daily driven. So I didn't take the rocker hump down into the threads just to prevent that chance of it sucking oil. But now it's not daily driven and I need to port the heads more. Anyways, it's got ARP head bolts. It's got PTR trunnions. It's got Brian Tooley Racing 660 springs, titanium retainers, LS3 intake valves. I ported on the intake a little bit. It's not rod modded, so it actually has a stock intake on it. I just smoothed the snout up. Stock throttle body, LS7 MAF conversion. Right now it's got a Veraram cold air intake on it, but I do actually have a VCM for it, which is just a little bit better of a over the radiator intake. And I'm going to make
Yeah.
a custom air dam for it. So it basically block off the radiator behind the kidney grills. It's got 345 Camaro gears and diff in the rear. It's got trailing arms, BMR trailing arms, BNR rear upper control arm bushings, which is a big upgrade on those if you've ever seen the rear control arm bushings on them. It's flex fuel. It's got a Z01 intake or Z01 fuel pump with the VaporWorks mechanical kit on it. So it's 60 PSI, LSA injectors. What else? Oh, cam. It's got a Rick Crawford. It's pretty small. It's 625, 599, 220, 219, 228 cam in it on a one. I think it's a 113 or 114. Can't really remember that. +1. So
Yeah.
it's a degree advanced. And then just like your normal stuff whenever you start doing the DOD delete. So it's got it was timing chain and a whatever LS2 sprocket or some shit. And then uh, it's got LS7 lifters in it. It's actually still got the cheap LS7 lifters in it. Probably need to do something with those.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
we
want to
did
get,
all this in 3 days, by the way.
yeah, that's when I was talking about needing to be done. I'd actually just moved up to Fort Wayne, which is, I think it's like 430 miles. Is that right?
Yeah, something like that.
340, something along the lines of that. And it was Memorial Day or Labor Day. I think it was Labor Day. I took Friday off to drive the car down to Owensboro because we were living in an apartment up here. And I'd shipped all the parts to Daniel at my mom's house so he could check and make sure we had everything. Now I drove it down there and we did all that shit in 2.5 days, probably. That's
Yeah.
including getting the tune on it. I had to drive to a person's house because I didn't have HP tuners at the time. Shout out to Speedy Dino, Greg Mayton. Helped me out there. He has helped me out a lot throughout the
Oh, yeah.
years.
Good
And then,
guy.
yeah, really good guy. Fast car, crashed the shit out of it, but it'll be back.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
It does suck. It was nasty. And yeah, ported the heads and had milled the heads. Had to find a time to get over to Dirk's house to mill the heads. They're milled. I believe it's 27 thousandths is what they're milled, which I could go more on it and get more compression out of it, but man, if I go
Yeah.
well, I say it'll be about perfect.
Yeah. What are you, about 11-1, you think?
Probably pretty close. 10-7, 10-8, 10-9, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, so that's perfect for LSA. Definitely on the 85. I mean, I think it would haul.
I think it would
You
too, man. I really do.
need to make that happen. Now,
I
if we
could
put
probably,
nitrous
I could
on it,
probably stick with the cam. I could probably stay with the cam that I got in it. I mean,
absolutely.
it's going to
Absolutely.
pick up with a dedicated positive displacement blower cam, but
Not by a lot. But
not,
yeah,
no, not by a lot.
not with you, because like you said, you're not really going to push that blower a whole lot. So it ain't going to pick up a whole bunch anyway.
Nope. Not,
But it
not
can still
until,
go nines. I mean, this is what's sad, everybody. This car behind us has a turbo 400 in it. It has a Whipple blower on it. It's got a built bottom end, everything like that. Um, and this car is running in the nines. And he's got a G8 four door with just an LSA can run just as fast as this thing. Pretty
mm-hmm.
crazy.
And with the 6L80 still in it,
With the 6L80 still in it.
leaving in second gear.
The new stuff is just ridiculous. I mean,
Yeah.
even the new Mustang, it's just nasty. 10-speed
I didn't
stuff.
even mention I've got the cream of the crop, I guess, the billet 258 millimeter stall.
Oh, yeah, you have 258 millimeter converter from Circle D, right?
Yeah, from Circle D, a 4000. It's a 4DP, I think is what they classify that
Yeah,
stall
he
as.
don't offer that on his website. I went and looked before. He doesn't really show a whole lot of information on the Circle D as far as the stall for what you got, at least the one that you've
Yeah,
got.
you got a special order on 'em.
Yeah, it's crazy. I figured he'd
Which I
just
mean,
show that one as popular as it is.
yeah, even whenever you special order a stall from those guys, they're pretty timely with it. I mean, I think I was from the time I ordered it to the time it was at my house was maybe 12 days, 11 or 12 days. That's
Yeah,
not
it's
business
not
days.
bad.
That's
Circle D is really good about getting stuff out. Hey, Joey, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for letting us know. We've got viewers on here, but nobody wants to talk. I don't know why. I guess they're shy.
Yeah, they're shy. They're shy. They just.
I don't know.
How many
Crazy.
people we got? I can't. I guess I could get over and see it.
Right now we're showing 4.
Okay, cool.
He says picture quality is clear and audio is great. That's
Really?
what I know. That's awesome. And
That is
everybody, they both know how crappy my internet is. My internet's only like 1.5 megabits per second upload, which is a crap, which is why we're going through Zoom, because I believe Zoom does all the hosting rather than I'm doing the hosting. So it helps out a lot.
Yeah.
I'm hoping this works really well because we're going to have 4 people on Friday. Should be interesting. We got to get us a group of LS guys. You need to get with, what was it? Were y'all 360? What is it? Team, what was they?
Oh, Team 260.
Yeah,
See,
Team 260.
they're pretty chill guys, so they might do it, but I don't talk to them a whole lot. I mean, we're friendly whenever we're out and everything. I
Oh,
like
yeah.
them. Every one of them's good guys. But they kind of got their own thing going on with their YouTube channel, so I'm not so sure they would I mean, I'm sure they would. They're
Well,
not
I
like,
mean, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people. I mean, the people that I reached out to, they've got their own YouTube channel, and they're going to be nice enough to come on over here and do a little bit of talking. People are good, man, in the motorsports business. I don't care what everybody's talking about in the world. People are race, man. Good people.
yeah, they are. Yeah, those guys at Team 260. Well, every single one I met, they're good people, flat
Yeah.
out.
Let's talk about tunes for a second. If you're getting a tune, I know you deal a lot with Rick Crawford,
Yep.
and I want to know, since you've been working with him, how it's been as far as working with Rick, because I've talked to him very little at LS Fest. Seems like a good dude. I know that he won. I think he won Streetcar Takeover just a couple of weeks ago, didn't he?
Was it
With
street? I think it was a bigger race
CTSV.
than Streetcar Takeover. He won the.
Oh, Texas 2K, wasn't it? It was Texas
Yep.
2K.
Yep. There you go.
The
Yeah, he won.
CTSV. I didn't even know he had.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, how many
I
cars
think.
have you done with him and tunes, and how have they gone? You know, as far as is when you get a tune and put it on the car, are the cars pretty well 90% there?
Yeah, I would say definitely. There's the blue CTSV. I mean, when you start getting into more things that are done to the car, more tables come along. Like that's why he charges more money. If you have a bolt-on G8 that's on 93 octane, he could probably hit that thing on the nose with two tunes. If you have like my car and you're constantly changing it, you just get with them and he does take a little bit of time, but you're dealing with the magician here. So
Yeah.
uh, when you start doing things like that CTSV, that it's pretty modded, it's pulleyed down, it's got uppers and lowers on it, and X amount of miles on the blowers, so it does things a little differently. It's got big injectors in it, E85, aftermarket fuel pumps, and it's flex fuel. It's not just E85, it's flex fuel. So he has to go in and change all these things. So he does take a little bit more time, and you're making more power. So the transmission's a little pickier, and it's just got to be right. If you got your shit completely together, he'll knock it out maybe 5 tunes. He wants to see
Yeah.
logs at different temperatures and everything like that. He wants to see quarter mile hits, all this stuff. So it's been great working with him. As far as how many cars that I've done with him, it's a pretty long list. I mean, I've been working with him since we did my car. That was the first car that I worked with him through, and I drove it on the first tune that he gave me down in Kentucky for probably a year, if not more than that. And if I was to sit here and say that I didn't beat on it on a base tune, I might be lying out of my butt.
You beat on the way home a little bit.
I was pretty easy on the way home. I mean, I did get on it some. I mean, I did get a log for him when I was down in Kentucky, and I think Greg's not necessarily, excuse me, great with computers, even though he is a pretty damn good tuner. But I think that he did the log and he got it, and then he lost it all in all his files. And then he finally found it and sent it to me, and it was like 8 months later, which was
You're like, I
fine.
already got another log by now, Greg. Appreciate it though, buddy.
But I didn't
Funny.
get another tune on that car until I got HP tuners, and that was a solid year after that when I got my cable and finally got to start getting data logs of Rick.
Yeah, and it's kind of like he's been working with Rick Crawford, so we've been doing a lot of tuning with him, and I've been with my buddy Jared Gillum. He's got a C6 Corvette that's got a Paxton supercharger on it, and what I'll say is, as long as you get your stuff mechanically right, that is the key thing when you get these people to tune these cars. It's got to be mechanically on point because Jared, and I know you're probably watching Jared, he's lazy and he doesn't want to get outside. He don't get motivated to go fix things. It's got a little bit of drivability issue down low because the mass air is not functioning correctly. And it's on his part, not on the tuner's part. And that's what people's got to understand. When you make a mistake mechanically, you've got to blame yourself. It's not them, it's yourself. So you got to do what they tell you. And if you do what they tell you, 90% of the time it'll get fixed. And with him, this has been going on for what? A year almost?
Probably a little over a year.
Yeah. And all he's got to do is just, put an air straightener in there. I know that's kind of weird because they do make an air straightener for the mass air. And he did put it in there, but I don't think he got it in the right area. And he don't want to just go out there and move things around to get it to where it needs to be.
Right.
In my opinion, the easiest thing to do would have been to cut the pipe where the mass air is at and put two clamps there and move it around, because usually sometimes you can clock those in different directions and it'll smooth the air signal out. But he's just not wanting to do that. And it only does it when you're at a very, very, very light load. Everything else, it's the tune is perfect. But
and I think that it doing that, it's got to have something to do with the blow off valve or something on it, the way that it's turbulating the air or something along the lines of that.
The way that thing's designed is the turbos or the superchargers are going to the intercooler through one side, coming up through the intercooler on top, going straight in, and the actual blow off valve is on the intercooler as well. And I'm thinking what's going on is the intercooler is causing a lot of turbulence, turbulence to the mass air because it's so close to the damn intercooler.
Yeah.
So, but it could also be maybe that the blow off valve is, I mean, that's a possibility. I haven't even looked at it. It could be that that thing is trying to crack open right there and it's causing an open and closing situation and it's making it bounce around. And that could be a possibility. Yeah, it could be a possibility. I haven't looked at it to see. I'll have to look into that. But I think he's going to be there at Streetcar Takeover as well. He's going to try to run the roll racing stuff. It should be interesting, dude. We're going to have somebody running roll racing. And then I'm guessing you'll probably run a streetcar class with me, or you'll run probably the 11-0 class, I would guess.
One or the other. I think I'd rather do the streetcar, like a true street type, just because it's a little funner.
It's more fun. You're not at the track, and we can cruise together. So
yeah,
that's kind of what it is.
Typically, they get done on Saturday.
Everything is done on Saturday, actually. I looked at their schedule, and it's showing, yes, it's showing that the roll racing, drag racing, both are on Saturday. Friday night is nothing but no prep stuff. Okay. So Friday night, guys, we're probably I think we're talking about going to Top Golf up there in Indy. Yep. So, hell, if you want to go Top Golf, hit us up. We'll make a hell of a crowd. We'll take the whole top floor up that thing.
That'd be good.
Party out, you know.
Yeah.
Like I said, we can't do a whole lot. I don't know if any of the Cobra guys are going to Indy or not. It'd be interesting to see. So, but yeah, we ought to really try to throw some nitrous on the G8, even if it's just a 75 shot. Because I bet it would probably run. I bet it would run. What's it doing now? Like 1130s, 50s, 40s?
1150s and 3200 DA.
That's pretty high. So it would probably go 11.0, maybe even 1090 on a 50 shot, 75 shot.
150 shot.
Well, hell, if you're going to go 150, why not 250? Hell, let's just let the people decide what we're going to do. That's what I'm thinking.
Moonshot.
Shot. Let's call Elon, see what he wants.
That's nah.
No. You don't want to do SpaceX?
I like what he's doing. It's just like, man, you ain't got to fuck with my car. Your electric shit. I like Teslas.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think about that Tesla. Yeah. Fuck that.
I like Teslas. Don't get
me wrong. Who wants to go to a racetrack? All right. So you went to NMRA with us last year, right? You were there with me. Yep. Remember the electric Mustang that was there? The drag car?
Yeah, I didn't. I missed it because I wasn't in the stands. So
I got to watch it one time go down the track. This thing made a little bit of whining noise because I'm guessing the gears and stuff. But it took off. Yeah, it was fast, but all I heard was wind. Like, it was boring. Honestly, it was boring. And I'm telling you guys, people are not going to want to watch that. People are not want to go to drag strip and watch an electric car go on track. I don't care if that thing goes down in 1.5 seconds. I'm not going to care two craps about that. I go because I want to feel it in my chest. I want to feel the ground shaking. You know, that's the reason why I've never been to NHRA, and I want to go to NHRA really bad. Indy. I think it'd be awesome.
Yeah, it is. I went from the age of 3 until I was about 22 or 23 years old every year.
Interesting. Sweet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was awesome. Definitely got to hit that up.
So you're just talking Indy, Bowling Green possibly this year. Is there anything else that we was talking about doing together?
We were talking about trying to hit something earlier in the year here, but where we both are right now, and we're both really laid back about things. And and we're busier and shit. I could keep going with the
Well,
excuses.
yeah, but I mean, I got my 7 days coming up. All I'm waiting on is that dry shaft. That dry shaft gets here. I want to get this thing done. And if it's here this week and I get this car back running this week, I'm thinking probably on my 7 days on a Tuesday night down there in Bowling Green, I'm going to take the car down there and test it out. So if I don't, chuck anything or break anything, then we'll be good. So.
Yeah, and that's still the motor that we built in your little 2-car garage.
Hey, I tell you what, we built this car or this motor in town in a 2-car garage with the garage door open, I might say.
Yeah.
And
mod motor, man, you can't do that shit.
Yeah, we kept it clean, but the door was open because it was hot, and we wasn't about that. And that was in 2000. Good Lord, what is it? 2021 now, so that would have been like 2010. That motor's been in there roughly 11 years.
Yeah,
not bad. It's not bad at all. So now I don't have a whole lot of miles on it, but I mean, I did street drive it, and I've had that thing. I've learned to tune SCT on it, and then I figured out real quick that the mass air extender was a piece of junk.
Oh yeah.
And then Greg, I remember we took it to Greg, and he went ahead and finished it, and that thing wouldn't stay where it was.
Stick shift in.
Yeah, it was stick shift in, and we took that out. And then once we took that out, the car started staying consistent. What happened was the mass airflow extender would just all of a sudden change, and the car would go lean for no apparent reason. So we got rid of that. That's what actually destroyed the motor that was in it, because it was turbo 2-valve before that. And that's what happened is it went lean because of that dang mass airflow extender. So once we got rid of it, it was good. But now it's on the Haltech ECU. I learned how to tune with it. I mean, it's had a rough life. Surprisingly, it's still alive because I've done a lot of dumb stuff with it. I'm telling you. So
you're pretty smart about it though, as far as not putting too much timing and shit in it for how much boost you're on. But
yeah, if you want to get into that, I mean, some would call me a pansy, and I am kind of a wuss with the timing. This past year, we went to NMRA, and we started out with 20 pounds of boost is what we had it fully for. And I had the ECU set up to run like 16 degrees of timing, which is way safe for what it was.
That's on corn too. That's on
E85. And the IETs got hot. They were up to like 190, 200 degrees. So it even pulled more timing out. So I was down to like 12 degrees. And then when it went from the second to third gear, I even seen 8 degrees for a second. And the car still went like 978, I think is what it was. Well, was that the first pass?
I know you let off at the 1,000 foot or something on your fastest pass.
Yeah, my fastest pass I let off. I can't remember what it was. It may have been 998. I can't remember what it was.
Because I think,
anyways, it went 9 on that
or something. I don't know if it flashed at you, but they went sky high because that's when that's when we didn't check the fluid levels in the damn tank, and it had
that's right, it was low.
It didn't have enough. Well, it was like just enough water in it to keep it flowing and not airlock the pump.
Yeah, I forgot about that. We only had it's a 5-gallon ice tank in the back, and I bet we probably had 2 gallons in it.
If that.
I forgot because I had drained it out previously because I put ice in it, and I drained it out because I was going to put more ice in it, and I didn't do that. So
that's when Kenneth helped us out with that, because we just packed the damn thing full of ice and let it melt.
Yeah, Kenneth was a good dude.
Yeah.
What was his? He had a
1320 True Street.
He had a 20 or a 21. He had a 20. He had a 20 model Mustang with the Whipple on it. Unfortunately, the weekend after that, they were having problems with the diff, is what they thought. And then he put a wave track in. And I'm not sure if that's what really causes issues. What would happen was he would get out and it would just like one wheel peel. So he put a wave track in it to fix that issue, and it got better, but he was still having all kinds of issues at NMRA that year. And then he went to test a couple of weeks later and unfortunately lost the car at about the 8th mile, wide open. He said it just went straight right. I don't know what happened. Bad situation, but Kenneth, you watching this, man, I appreciate all the help you gave us. It was really nice.
I hope he's back. I know a lot of times
hope he does too.
Stuff like that happens at the track. You're kind of on your own, so it might be a little bit, but beautiful car. He had a lot of nice stuff done to it. Anderson composite trunk and hood, and had a bad
system
on it. And
It was the real deal. It was an 8 second capable car. He kept saying he was running like low nines. They were trying to get in the eights. Car definitely had the power for the eights. It
Yeah,
just
hadn't it gone
wasn't.
like 167 mile an hour?
Yeah, it went like was it 167? It
I
was
think
one,
that's what it was.
it was up there. I remember I was like, holy crap.
Mhm.
So, but yeah. But anyways, yeah, I'm pretty safe on that. And the fuel was pretty safe on the car as well. But I don't beat my car. That's probably why it's still alive. Most people probably go out there and do burnouts. I don't really get into all that stuff. I kind of like to keep my stuff running, especially when we was in Owensboro, because I did not want to work on it in a 2 car garage. Now I don't really care because I've got a whole backup motor. I got a block over here. I got a crank over here. I got rods, pistons. I mean, now I don't care. I'll go with the racetrack. If crank ends up on the ground, and so be it. That's what we're going to do. As soon as I get this intercooler issue fixed and the IATs are good, fucking sending it hard as it'll go. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, dang. What are you going to be doing about your heat exchanger? You going to go no heat exchanger or?
No heat exchanger, except for when we go to streetcar takeover. I'm going to put one on it just so I can do the street cruise.
Okay.
I don't know. I may not even need it. I'm going to try it without it on the street and see how the IATs get. If it don't get stupid, I'm not going to worry about it because that one heat exchanger I had is obviously stopped up. It's off your old Buick. And I weighed that thing. It was like 28 freaking pounds. And I know that Alan Garrett on his Cobra, similar situation here, he took that off save weight. And I think that extra weight and the flow that he gained from taking that out of the loop helped him get into the 8 second mark. So I'm wanting to, race car it up.
Yeah.
Turbo 400 trans brake stall should be somewhere around 5,000 RPM roughly. I went ahead and put a 2 pound lower on. That's something we've changed this year. We went to a 2 pound lower with a 325 upper. So I'm hoping to see somewhere around 23 to 24 pounds and probably going to throw a 3 inch pulley up top if we get everything to work right. Definitely when the air is good. I want to see this thing go. I want to see it go 850s. That's the goal. 850 is my goal. As fast as a certified for my cage, and that's really where I want to be at. That's something else I got to do too, man. I keep forgetting. I got to get that cage certified. NMRA is a bitch about that, man. They're crazy.
I think once they see one thing, they're going to check everything.
Oh yeah,
that's what happens.
For sure. All right, man. We've been on here for 50 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it. We've had as much as like 7 people at one time, but nobody wanted to talk. I wish they would have. It would have made the stream a lot better. If you guys are on here, talk to us, let us know, ask questions, whatever, so we can get the stream. It's better when we all kind of communicate back and forth. But anyways, if everything looks good, I think this should save to YouTube. I'm gonna come back and watch it later. If everything turns out well, I will be making an announcement over on Instagram. We will be announcing the names of who's going to be coming on board for Friday for the Cobra Talk. It's going to be a hell of a lot more structured than what we've got going here. This right here was just straight up to see how my internet would do and see if everything would work well with Zoom. And everything seems to be working pretty decent. So we're going to end it there, guys. Also, I just now noticed that our category is people and blogs. So no wonder nobody can find our crap. Ain't that something?
Yeah, maybe we'll make a couple changes there.
I don't think we're peoples and blogs. Let's see if I can even change this on the fly. Autos and vehicles.
That's probably more up our alley.
And it's definitely, okay, I'm going to have to put on here not kids friendly because, I think we've dropped a few F and B bombs on this thing. And we do not have no paid promotions. If you would like to,
be more than welcome to. I mean,
welcome.
Whatever.
I mean, it's kind of boring, but it is.
Manscaped. I'll get some Manscaped or some Henry's.
Yeah. I want to get me a disco ball to put up back here or something, some lights from underneath the car, like some glow lights underneath the car. We'll make it look cool. Get some music playing in the background.
You could probably get some of those rope lights. Change up your lighting.
Yeah, I could get some rope lights. Be interesting. Yeah. All right, man. We'll talk at you later. All
right, man. Take care.
If we can end this somehow. In string. There we go.
All right, cool.
All right.
I'll